Well, how is this even going to work without Sasuke, Tyrant? Well, I have an idea. Hello everyone and welcome to What If Sasuke Died Part 5. And I am very excited that we finally have 10k subs. Oh, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so very much. Now, I am working on the 10k special, but as I mentioned before, it's not done yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to keep working on some what ifs until it's done. So let's hope we don't keep you waiting too long. That said, why don't we go over what happened so far? In the last part, Sakura met Jiraiya much earlier than she does in the original. Actually, now that I think about it, does she even meet Jiraiya as a child? I don't think she does in canon, but yeah, we'll get to that later. Sakura did promise herself that she would protect Naruto, and to do that, she's going to need to train to get stronger. And thanks to meeting Jiraiya, she was given the time to do so, but she hasn't really learned any new jutsu. Not yet, at least. One thing that I failed to mention was what happened to Neji after he lost to Naruto. What I imagine would have happened is that Hinata's father would have essentially banished him from the Hyuga clan. Yeah, he's still around, but yeah, Neji's not really part of the Hyuga group anymore. And after learning what happened to his father, I feel that Neji would feel rather guilty and will be doing anything in his power to redeem himself. Sai is also not around, and that's because he was on a mission at this point. Not that it would matter because he's technically a Jonin, so Besides, if it's possible for Hidden Sound Ninja to infiltrate the Leaf Village as Leaf Village Ninja, I don't see how it's not possible for a Leaf Village Ninja who's already a Jonin to pretend to take part in the exams. I'm sure Danzo would make that happen. And of course, Sakura fought against Dosu and won. But Dosu did not die in this fight. So Dosu's actually still alive. Huh. That's going to be probably very problematic later down the line. In today's part, we are going to pick things off right when Naruto and Gaara begin their fight. So let's not waste any time. This is What If Sasuke Died, Part 5. Last we left off, Naruto and Gaara were about to fight each other in the Chunin exams. Now, Gaara does know about the Nine Tails within Naruto, because he did figure that out in the original canon during the preliminaries. Sakura is of course worried about what might go down, but she can't really do anything about it. She has no choice but to stand by and just hope that Naruto does not transform. The match begins, and it seems pretty evened out for the most part. Naruto's clones are having trouble getting through Gaara's defenses, and Gaara's sand is struggling to get a good hold on Naruto. But just like in the original anime, this fight is not what it seems. We just need to replace Sasuke with Naruto. Eventually, however, Naruto does get a good clean hit on Gaara, which doesn't really sit well with him. And thus, he traps himself in the sand shield and tries to transform. Now, Naruto does not have the Chidori because he does not know lightning style or anything of the lightning nature. So, how does he get through the sand shield exactly? Well, I have an idea. I think that he could try doing the same thing he did to Gaara's tail in the original canon. That is, to strap a paper bomb to a kunai and blow it up. The blast destroys the shield. But Gaara's perfectly fine because, Shikaku and all. In fact, speaking of Shikaku, we actually get to see it a lot better. And it's around at this point when Orochimaru, who is disguising himself as Kazekage, decides to put his plans into action. Now, in the original canon, Gaara could not fully transform, or in this case, partially transform, because he was damaged by Sasuke's Chidori. But in this situation, the Sand Shield did block most of the blast from Naruto's paper bomb, so he is still partially transformed. The stands are still affected by the Genjutsu like in the original canon, but Sakura, just like in the original, is able to free herself and is ordered by Kakashi to wake up Shikamaru and help Naruto. The Sand siblings do try to intervene with the fight between Naruto and Gaara. Only since Gaara was not able to be that injured, he could still essentially fight. But so can Naruto, Sakura, and Shikamaru. And thus we have a 3 vs 3 standoff. Naruto has his doubts that he'll be able to take down this new form of Gaara. So his curse mark is now usable, and he does call upon it, and it does help to some degree. Shikamaru goes off against Kankuro. I feel like doing that means that Kankuro will not be able to use his puppet, essentially. And even if he did, he could probably just have his shadow go across the strings of the puppet and just still paralyze Kankuro. So, yeah, he's not really going to be factoring too much. Sakura goes up against Temari. And this is a fight that is actually kind of difficult for Sakura. But at the same time, it's fairly similar to her fight with Dosu. It's just that Tamari's fan is more of a longer range, so Sakura's still gonna struggle, but at least she's keeping Temari off Naruto's back. Third Hokage's fight with Orochimaru happens as it does in the anime, with the only real difference being Orochimaru is after Naruto, for similar reasons he was after Sasuke. Whoa, what am I talking about? For the exact same reasons. Sakura does beat Temari, and Shikamaru does beat Kankuro. Don't worry, they don't die, but they're gonna be a little bit out of action for a little bit. And what about Naruto and Gaara? What happens there? Well, Naruto is able to use the curse mark, and using it in tandem with his Kyuubi chakra, it is a very potent combo, but at the same time, it is also very taxing on his chakra network. So he is able to overwhelm Gaara to an extent. He is going to be really, really, really tired. And this fight, although kind of one-sided, is still very, very long. Because remember, Gaara is also no pushover when it comes to fighting. Orochimaru does escape after killing Third Hokage, but he still did lose his arms, so he is going to be looking for a way to get his arms restored. However, he is still a little bit happy that he was able to get a curse mark onto Naruto, because, hey, it's a really good vessel for him to have, and God knows what the Akatsuki want him for. So, yeah, he's going to be keeping an eye on Naruto if he can. Third Hokage's funeral happens as it does in the anime. Only minus Sasuke because he's dead. And also minus Hinata because she is also dead. things do eventually start to return sort of to normal. The village is being repaired after the attack from the Sound Ninja and the Sand Village, the latter of which did surrender to the Leaf after getting their ass handed to them. And yeah, things are peaceful for the moment, despite there not being a Hokage at the moment to really drive the peace home. I guess the only real primary difference would be is that Naruto and Sakura are training together now, because, again, Sakura does want to keep an eye on Naruto, so that does mean really doing her best to make sure they spend a little bit more time together. So, after they are done training, they both head to Ichiraku. After meeting Konohamaru, which goes about the same as it does in the anime, and the only real difference is that when they do get to Ichiraku, Naruto isn't struggling to find his coupon because Sakura just reminds him that it's under his headband. The part where Jiraiya is offered to become the next Hokage happens as it does in the anime, and he still does turn it down. Though, when he goes to recruit Naruto to go with him on the journey to find Tsunade, Sakura elects to go with him, and makes it rather apparent that she is going with him whether Jiraiya says no or not. So, yeah, she's going to go with him, and her parents are okay with this. As far as they know, she's just doing another mission or is out training. Remember, the last time Sakura even saw Jiraiya was when he threw Naruto off a cliff. And even then, he was nearly trampled by a giant frog. So she trusts Jiraiya with Naruto's safety about as far as she can throw Jiraiya. Before we get to them leaving the village to search for Tsunade, however, let's talk about the talk between Kakashi and Jiraiya. It's virtually the same, only there's no mention of Sasuke, and instead it's all about Naruto. Jiraiya informs Kakashi about the Akatsuki and that they are after Naruto, although he's not quite sure as to why, like in the original canon. Needless to say, Kakashi's encounter with Itachi happens as it does in the anime. Jiraiya does leave Naruto and Sakura alone at the festival while he goes and looks for information on where to find Tsunade. And things are fairly similar. They both have money to spend at the festival to get food and play some of the games there. And things go along just fine until Naruto sees the scene with the little boy and his father sharing ice cream. And this gets Naruto feeling a little down, like it does in the original canon. And Sakura kind of knows what's going on with this. She remembers that Naruto's an orphan. He never really had any of that. And although she knows who Naruto's parents are, Naruto does not. Sakura does feel rather bad for Naruto. So, to cheer him up, she gives him a nice little hug. And sees if maybe they could find something to remember this moment together. After all, this is the first time in a long time they could just relax, not think about training for a little bit. So they find a photo booth and take a picture together. This of course works, and Naruto is feeling much better. So, the two of them decide to continue to enjoy the festivities. It's almost like a date in Naruto's mind. And you know what? Sakura doesn't mind calling this a date. She's happy, Naruto's happy, everyone's happy. That is until Naruto and Sakura find Jiraiya again, just to find out that he spent all of their money on women. Yeah, Jiraiya's getting all that yelling he got in the original canon in stereo now. We do get the part where Naruto spills a drink on a man's suit, and the man starts getting pissy. Jiraiya does intervene with the Rasengan, which does get Naruto very interested. This is the jutsu he's going to be learning. But the question is though, does Sakura also learn this jutsu? I'm going to let you guys be the judge of that. through a pole. And we can get to that in the next part. So this is where we are going to leave things for now. Okay, this video is admittedly not as long as I would like it to be, but at the same time we did cover sort of a bit of ground. Not as much, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Not a whole lot has changed in the fight against Gaara, except it took place in the village instead of in the forest. It was also a bit longer, but we did not see Naruto summon Gamabunta. That scene did not happen. We did, however, see them sort of bond. But other than that, no real change. What is changing, however, is Sakura's feelings towards Naruto. She's really living up to her promise she made to herself about being nicer to him, and is also making more of an effort to keep an eye on him. But what is going to matter is whether or not she learns the Rasengan. Now, I think that she might, but there's a bunch of factors we need to consider. Again, I'm just going to leave this up to a poll. So, you guys decide on that. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more. I'll see you all in the next part.